And I don't know why people are reviewing stuff like battery holders and dryer lint cleaners. These probably are actually my favorite pair of shorts. Hey guys, welcome back. If you are a returning viewer to this channel, you have probably seen some of my previous Amazon purchase reviews where I did like a year in review or half a year in review. So I think I've done 2019, 2020, and 2021 Amazon purchases. And so now we're about halfway through 2023. So I thought I would go back and do the first half of 2022. So I'm sitting off to the side here so I can put a picture of the purchase up in this space. I'm also joined by a little helper who, I don't know, you might get covered up by some of those pictures, I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and get started with the items that I purchased in January through June of 2022. So I'm looking at them here on my computer, but you will be seeing an image up here. So the first item is this Gorilla Grip cat litter trapping mat. And we've been using a number of different litter mats and things before. I had swapped out, I think, one of our previous mats to try this one, which I had on my wish list for a while, and it actually works great for litter. But I will say that if any liquids get on it, there's like channels that run through the trapping material, and liquid just flows through those channels and drains directly off of the mat, which may not be exactly what you're looking for. So we actually ended up replacing this one, and I don't think it'll be in this batch of products, but maybe in the second half of 2022, you'll see a different kind of litter mat that we replaced it with. Next item is also a cat product, and it's these cardboard cat scratchers. So I forget why. I've never really had any of these cardboard scratchers before, but I guess we had one. And our kitten especially really loved it, and that's when we realized that she just loves cardboard. So we've been buying now these scratchers, and they come in a pack of 4. So we've been through a couple packs of 4 now, but they last for a while, and then you flip it over and they can scratch on the other side. And we've gotten her some other cardboard beds and things that I'm sure we'll get to later in this series. But yeah, kitten loves cardboard, and the favorite toy is just if you cut some strips of cardboard off a cardboard box. So don't waste your money on expensive cat toys. The next item, I have heard these referred to as glittens, but they are fingerless gloves or fingerless mittens. They're from the brand called Sprigs, which I've used some of their products before, but it's like a mitten. So it's like fingerless gloves, but then with like a mitten cover that covers over your fingertips, and that way you can still quickly flip it open and use your finger on your touchscreen device, and even the thumb has a little tiny cap that pops off of it, and then when you have flipped the cover off, it flips up over your fingers, and then there's like a little magnet that kind of magnetizes it to the back of your hand, so it's not just flapping around, which is really nice. There's also a little zipper pocket across the back of your hand, which I'm not sure what that's for, because I think they said it's for a cell phone, but a cell phone will not fit in like the bottom half of your hand. So I don't know, but they're fleece, they're fantastic, they're super warm, they have little grippers on them, and I got these last winter, and it was like barely cold enough to use them, but I have used them a few times, and they're very nice. This next item was something that I think I was influenced by a similar like Amazon review video to buy, but it's like a battery organizer or battery holder, and I'd never even thought of having one. I mean, growing up, we had all our batteries stored in a box. Previous to getting this, I had all my batteries just in a drawer. They were like in their packages, but they weren't organized in any way. But I got this, it fits in that drawer perfectly where I had my batteries already, and then there's slots for all the different size batteries, so you can really at a glance see, how many you have, if you might be low on something that you use frequently. Actually, following this, I went out and bought some AAA batteries because I realized that we didn't really have that many, and it was just in time because we have a device that uses like 6 of them at a time. But they also kind of clip into their little slots, so you can actually pick the whole thing up and turn it on its side. You could actually mount it on its side, like on a wall. You could flip the whole thing over if you wanted, and the batteries won't come out of their little slots. But I think you might see in the image, there is like a corner where you can put like button batteries, and those are just in a little open area. So yeah, those would fall out if you turned it over. I usually don't include items like this in these Amazon reviews, like just basics that I'm buying for my house, but I love this thing. It's just a little set of different kinds of paper clips and binder clips, and I probably have had the same packs of paper clips and rubber bands and things since I like bought all my office supplies for college. So I've been really going through them for the last several years, but I was kind of running low on paper clips and things like that. And not like I use a ton of paper clips, but every once in a while you need one. You have like some paperwork or something you need to clip together. And I didn't want to get like a whole, you know, if you go to Staples or some of those office supply stores, you get like thousands of paper clips and it's all just the same size in one box, and I really just wanted like a few of each kind. So this was perfect. I'm actually checking now and it says there's 340 pieces of all the assorted pieces, so I'm not sure how many there are of which, but it's like this perfect little small tub. It fits right in my desk drawer, and it has all the different kinds of paper clips and things that I could possibly need. Now this next item you've actually seen me make an entire video about, but it's the Zesty Greens microgreens growing kit. So I won't get too into it, but it's like a wooden tray holder. Inside that is a plastic tray that you fill with water. It uses like little hemp mats, and it comes with some seeds to get you started growing microgreens. I've used it many times. I use it frequently. Sometimes if I just go on like a microgreens kick, but they grow in like a week sometimes, and it's really just fascinating to watch them. So I'll put a link to the video that I made about that previously if you want to watch the whole growing process. The next item also is related to that, and it's just replacements of the hemp mats for the growing kit. So I think the first one maybe comes with maybe only one or maybe like 2 mats, and then I got this other set which I haven't even gone through yet, and I've used it quite a bunch, so I'm not sure how many mats come in this one. Let me try to look. Looks like it's a set of 10. So yeah, I still have a few left from this set, I believe, but again, super easy to use and grow some microgreens. This next item also was something I was influenced to buy by someone else's review, and I don't know why people are reviewing stuff like battery holders and dryer lint cleaners, but there you go. So I had actually seen several people raving about this product. It's like a hose that you attach to your vacuum hose, and it is this very flexible tube that can go down through your dryer lint trap and in your like the dryer exhaust pipe, and really clean out all the lint and stuff that collects there. There's like a wire kind of handle that you can sort of use to guide it once it goes down in the lint trap. So, you know, we have 4 cats, produce a lot of lint and fur, and I'm always cleaning out the lint trap. Every time I use the dryer, I clean out the lint trap, but I'm always concerned that there's more in there. So I use this, and like, I guess it works. The handle thing seemed kind of unnecessary, just from like, as far as I could reach it in my lint trap, I could just use my hand to guide the end of the hose. But I did use it inside the dryer, and then I also did it from outside, sticking it up the dryer vent from outside the house. And I was expecting, you know, piles and piles of lint. I was ready to collect all this lint, and there was like a little bit, but I don't know if it's hiding somewhere else, or maybe I'm just really good at keeping it clean and I didn't really need to vacuum it that much. But like, it works. It just wasn't like the dramatic piles of lint that I was expecting. Next item, back to the microgreens, is some refill of the actual seeds to grow the microgreens. So this brand, Nature Gems, comes up a lot, and they have all different types of, you know, lettuces and greens and different things. So I just got these alfalfa sprout seeds, and I've been using those for, you know, months now, and actually, like, the last time I just grew a batch, they were totally ready to harvest in probably less than a week, maybe like 6 days. So they grow very quickly. They're really good, and I think this is a really good deal to get this large bag from, you know, you can, I don't know how many uses I'll get out of it. I barely made a dent in it, and I've grown a lot of them already. And also related to my microgreens kick, these are sprouting lids. So I had seen a friend of mine mention these on Facebook, that she was using these to grow microgreens, and I was like, how does this work? So you get these lids, it's like a plastic lid with little feet coming off of it, and there's a mesh in the open part of the lid. And so you put your seeds and some water in a jar, just a regular mason jar, screw this thing on top and turn it over, and because it has those little feet and the mesh, it allows water to drain out of it, and then you just like shake it around every day. I'm not sure, I guess you add water and then you kind of shake it every day and like let it re-drain. And the first time I did this, they turned out fantastic. It works so well, and you basically just end up with this full, like a ball full of microgreens kind of all in this jar, like clumped up together, which is a different way to harvest them than when they grow out of the mat and you kind of like mow them down off the mat. So it worked out really great, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video about this. I started filming it, and I don't know what happened that second time, but they did not come out the same as the first time when I tried it. They got kind of like goopy and maybe not moldy, but like they didn't seem to be draining right, and I didn't do anything different. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to keep practicing with those, but I kind of gave up after that second time when they didn't turn out that great. Next up is this Daily Ritual boat neck shirt. I am sure that I mentioned this in one of my previous videos because I have this now in like every color that they make that I would want to own. So this was just like the last color that I didn't have, but it is my favorite style of shirt from Amazon. I think actually the Daily Ritual brand doesn't exist anymore. Now it's the Amazon Basics brand, but they make the same products. So it's just a very like soft, lightweight shirt. I love the cut. I love the boat neck. It's kind of like a loose body, but then it does kind of come back together at the waist. I'm not sure how to describe it, and in the comments like people kind of hate it, but that's what I love about it. It's that it's kind of loose, but it's not just like a shapeless square, like it does kind of come back in and give a little bit of shape. So love those shirts, and I'm terrified of the day that I won't be able to get any more. The next item was also a repurchase, sort of. I've talked about this glass nail file that I had before. I love the glass nail file. I wanted a second one, and I got this one, which was a set of like a regular sized one and a mini one. And it turns out the ones in the set, I guess I didn't really read the details, but when you get them in the set, they're like a little bit thicker of a glass. And I just don't like I mean, it's not like it's super thick, but I just don't like the thickness. I feel like I don't have the same amount of control, I guess, that I did with the thinner one. So I have it. I don't really use the full size one. I do keep the mini sized one in my purse, and like it's fine in a pinch, you know, if you need a nail file while you're out. But I actually later did go back and get a second of the like thinner one that I actually preferred, but I think that'll be in a later Amazon review video. Next is this badge holder. So last year we all got new badges at work, and my badge holder that I'd had previously was actually just broken. So I had already ordered this, and then we got the new badges, so I've had my new badge in it. But I actually don't use there's like a little extendable part, you know, so you can like reach it out and swipe it on things. I took that part off because I didn't really want it, first of all, and actually I read in a lot of the reviews that extendable piece breaks. So I was like, I don't even need it. So I took that off, so it's just the lanyard clipped directly to the little badge case. There's a clear side on one side that will show your ID, and then the other side actually also has a little pocket, so if you needed a second badge or a credit card or some other thing, you could have that with you as well. I almost never wear the lanyard around my neck, but it is nice to have just to like have a little strap or something to hold it with. This is a set of 2 hanging planters that I got last summer for our porch. I usually often get just like the hanging plants that you buy that come in their own little hanging planter, and it just seems so wasteful. And last year we actually got some just baby plants and planted them in these planters. They didn't already come in the hanging basket. I had also ordered some chains that I thought I would swap out for the like rope hangers that come with these, but actually the chains didn't work out and the ropes actually held up really well. They were much better than I expected. So I know some of the comments on this product was people like complaining about the rope, but it held up fine. It's just knotted together at the top, and then you can get like another, you know, a hook or some other kind of hanger to hang it from the loop at the top. But I didn't have any problems with the rope actually, so I'm looking forward to actually going out and getting some more flowers soon to hang up in these planters this year. Also in the getting ready for summertime category, I think last year I had posted in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that I was just looking for some kind of, not like a real self-tanner, but some kind of like tinting lotion or something that I could use just to take the edge off of my legs when I start wearing shorts for the summer. Despite anything I've ever tried, my legs are always just blindingly white, which is fine. I know I am always the most pale person in the picture, but somebody in this group recommended these Isle of Paradise tanning drops, and they have like a light and a medium and I don't, maybe a dark. I think this is the light version that I got. Yes, it is light. And they're just like little drops, and so you can mix them in with any kind of lotion or moisturizer. I guess you could use them for your face and mix them with like facial moisturizer. I haven't done that, but I do just mix them with my regular lotion that I use, you know, body lotion that I use like after I take a shower. So I started out with, you know, very conservatively just putting a couple drops, and now I use like quite a bit, and I think it does take the edge off the brightness, but it's not like really super dark. It's definitely not like a self tanner or anything like that, but it does just kind of tone down a little bit of that brightness at the beginning of the season. Next item are these shorts from the brand HDE. I probably already spoke about these because I bought them the summer before, and I can't figure out my size. I love them, they are fantastic, but actually last summer I wanted to size up, so these are a size larger than the first ones that I'd gotten, but also when you wash them, they kind of shrink. They kind of like get a little misshapen, really. So, and I had washed them, like hand washed, hung to dry. They got all wrinkly, and you know, you can't really iron them, so I haven't really figured them out. Straight out of the package, if you have the right size that fits you, they are perfect, and then if you can just like avoid washing them, they are perfect. I love them, and I just wish that they like held up a little better, but I have these now in a couple different sizes and a couple different colors. I forget where I saw this, but the brand is Sam Peel, and it's a V-neck t-shirt, and I actually also have this in a couple different colors. I had gotten one at first just to test out the sizing, and all the comments said to size down and it runs huge, and I did not heed the comments, so listen to me. They run huge, size down. I think I might have even sized down 2 sizes, but it's just a very nice kind of loose and flowy, even sized down. It is a loose, flowy V-neck t-shirt, really nice weight to it, but it's not like the previous boat neck one that I mentioned where it's like a thin kind of flowy material. It's like a heavier weight t-shirt, but it is kind of loose still, and I think what gives it its really unique kind of loose shape is that the sleeves, you can't really see this because it's black, but usually there's like a, you know, a seam where the sleeve is a separate piece and it attaches to the body. This one is like somebody drew a t-shirt, like 2 arms and a body, and took 2 of those and sewed them together around the edges. So the sleeves are kind of one continuous piece with the body of the shirt. That makes sense? I don't know, but it gives it kind of like a little bit more drapey feel, and like I said, I have this in probably like 3 or 4 colors now, and it's definitely one of my go-to staple shirts. These are the shoe forms that all of the Rothes fans know. So I learned of these from the Rothes groups that I'm in, and if you wear Rothes shoes, you might have heard or experienced that they do kind of shrink up a little possibly once you've taken them off of the forms that they come with. So a lot of people store them on some kind of shoe form, and I'd bought some previously and now I have more shoes. So I needed to go back and get a few more pairs. So that's what these are. Okay, this is not actually the original product that I purchased. The one that I bought is no longer on Amazon. So this is their current version, but this is the famous Oodos belt bag, and it is potentially a dupe to a famous name brand belt bag that's viral that people collect in many different colors. So the Oodos one, as far as I have seen, I have not actually owned the name brand one, but as I've seen, it seems to be a pretty close representation of that viral trendy brand, and it's just a very simple belt bag. It has like a main compartment, there's some little inner pockets, there's another compartment on the back, very adjustable, comes in lots and lots of colors, really lightweight. It's a good little size. I use it, actually I use it pretty frequently, but I use it when I take my walks. I've taken it out, you know, like on little, well, on errands, I'll take it out for the day. So yeah, it's a good little size if you don't need to carry too much and you want the versatility of having like the belt bag. Speaking of belts, this is a belt. It's from the brand Beltox. It's an elastic stretch belt. I got it last summer when I got this dress to wear to an event, but I didn't like the belt that it came with, and so I was looking for replacements or, you know, alternatives that I could swap it with. So I actually got this and a couple other belts. I sent all the other ones back. I love this one. I've worn it since with many other outfits. It's like so perfect. I wish it came in more other colors that I would like, but it really, it does come in a few other colors, but none that are really in my like personal color palette besides this black one. But it's like super comfortable. It's just stretchy elastic. The clasp, or it's not really a clasp, but the decoration on the front with the two silver circles is just like very classy and simple, and it really goes with a lot of different things and helps to kind of dress up and finish your outfit. Okay, this brand, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Timeson or Timison, but it's a V-neck sleeveless blouse. Also have this in several different colors. When I was looking for just like some plain kind of loose flowy tops for work, I have some very old similar kind of tops that, you know, I needed to replace, and so I basically just bought this in all the colors that I like, so like blues and purples and black, of course, and it's a very nice flattering shape. I love the V-neck, but it was like a little too long on me, and actually I kind of don't like when shirts have this, but it sort of had like a front panel and a back panel that kind of flop down. I'm not explaining this well, but there's like extra little flaps at the bottom that I am not really a big fan of that look. But actually, if you had just cut off the extra flaps and just ended the shirt like before the flaps started, it was the perfect length on me. So I actually took them to a tailor and had them all shortened and had all the flaps cut off. And I will say, doing that plus the cost of the shirt was like a little more expensive than I had intended, but now they fit me perfectly. They're exactly what I was looking for. So I definitely recommend, like, if you have something that isn't quite right, take it to a tailor and you know, get something that's more custom fit to you. So now I wear these regularly and they're exactly what I'm looking for. And this is another, I guess, work item. This is from the brand YMAC. It's a 3/4 sleeve V-neck cardigan. Also have this in probably 3 or 4 colors by now, and I was a little nervous about them, and I'm nervous about the quality because I'm replacing cardigans that I've had for many years that have seen better days, but they were pretty nice quality, and I was a little nervous about getting, you know, like the YMAC brand off of Amazon, but actually they're so nice. They're probably nicer than the ones that I'm replacing. They're thick, they're soft, the sleeves are a great length, And yes, some of them had like some extra threads and things that you can snip off. Maybe they didn't like fully go through the QC process or whatever, but overall, like, I haven't had any problems with them. I've worn them quite a bit. This turquoisey kind of teal colored one is probably my favorite one that gets the most wear, but like I said, I have it in several colors, and they're just really nice. So I will recommend the YMAC 3/4 sleeve cardigan. Okay, the next item I can actually demonstrate to you because it is the computer that I am watching this on. So this is an HP 15-inch laptop. I will say it's like a cheapy laptop, but it was on a really good deal last summer. I forget if it was during like Amazon Prime week or if it was just on some kind of deal. I wasn't really even shopping for a laptop, so I'm not sure even how I found it, but the deal was just so good. I ended up getting it because I have a 17-inch HP laptop, and it's a very nice laptop, like more, you know, higher tier one, but it's like so slow sometimes, and I do all my video editing on it, and I use it for most of my actual like personal work, but I just wanted something that would like solid state hard drive, start up right away. I could just, you know, tool around on the internet, take it places, and feel a little more confident than taking like my main computer. So I got this one. It's, you know, much smaller, very lightweight, quick, nimble. So it doesn't, you know, it's not quite as nice as my other one. The monitor isn't quite as high resolution. You can just feel it's kind of like not the same kind of quality material, but I mean, I'm actually pretty impressed that it still has like the 9-key keyboard on it, and I mean, it's very nice, and for what I was looking for, it's like exactly what I wanted, so pretty happy with the laptop. And then of course I had to get a laptop case for this, so this is actually just the 15-inch version of the same case that I have for my 17-inch laptop. It did look, when I was pulling up this picture, it looked like this might be out of stock, and I'm not sure if it's just this size is out of stock or this color, but I'll try to get a link to this one because it's really a very nice laptop case. And like I said, I also have the larger version, so what I really like about it is it has these actual usable pockets on the front. So, you know, a lot of laptop cases might have like a flat zipper pocket across the side, but you can't really put like your cord in there. It's flat, and cords have dimensions. So I love that this has two big pockets, so you can fit your cord, you could fit a mouse, you could fit an external hard drive, whatever other accessories you need to carry, and so it's really like a usable, useful thing. Okay, this one I'm sort of disappointed in. I have used the makeup eraser, like actual wipes, for a while, and my experience keeps kind of going downhill. So I got the original, like pink, original sized makeup eraser, bought it at a store. It's fantastic, I love it. And I wanted a second one so I could, you know, wash one and still have one. So I got a couple of like the larger size ones, which I guess I didn't realize there was a larger size, but they're maybe 1.5 or even 2 times wider than the original. And they just like didn't seem as good a quality, I'm not sure. But then I saw this set of 7 makeup erasers, which it says it's like the 7-day set, so it's in like a little suitcase and you're supposed to use like 1 a day, I guess. You can actually get more uses than that out of it because, you know, you have like front and back, or like this side and that side. So I use them for a couple days before I wash them. Maybe that's wrong with me. But anyway, these work well, but the size is so tiny. Maybe, I mean, I guess I should have read the dimensions better, but they're like this big. They're like these little tiny squares, and so my problem with them is they're just not big enough to like cover the surface area that I was looking for. So what I really would like is just more of the original sized ones. But yeah, I mean, these work and they're cute, like the colors are fun and they're cute, but the size just doesn't work for me. And also the reverse side that you are not seeing in this picture has a little like ribbon kind of strap across it, which I guess is to help you kind of like, you can put your hand through and like wear it sort of like a mitt, which is handy, but then you can't really use that reverse side to like wash your face because there's a ribbon across it. So I don't know, I guess I should have just looked at these better before I ordered them. So last year I decided I was gonna get back into doing nail art. I forget what inspired me, but I was inspired and I wanted to get back into like stamping and sponging my nails. I got some new like latex sponges, but I had never actually had the like latex that you paint around your cuticles to like peel off when you do stamping and sponging nail art designs on your nails. So I got this bottle. It just comes in like a regular little, like a bottle of nail polish, and it has a brush on the end of the lid, and you just kind of like paint around the border of your nail, and then when you stamp, or if you do something that gets outside the edges of your nail, you just go back and peel it off. It's very satisfying to peel off, like peeling glue off your hands when you're in elementary school. And yeah, I mean, it works fine. Okay, here's another pair of shorts. I think before I went away last summer, I was away for a week, and I was like, I'm gonna need more shorts that fit me and are like appropriate length and all that. So these probably are actually my favorite pair of shorts that are in my current rotation. So the brand is Rakuten, and they are pull-on shorts. But they do have like a little faux button on them, so they look like there's a real fly, but they do just pull on, and they have real pockets. And yeah, I just think of all the shorts that I've tried, these probably like held up the best. They're pretty like sturdy weight, and so they don't get like weirdly, you know, bunchy or anything. I have washed them, and yeah, they're probably my favorite. I wanted a shorts with a little bit longer inseam, so I think these are probably like a 5-inch or maybe even 6-inch inseam. Okay, here's another one that I can demonstrate, and actually I've talked about this before on I don't know, at least one video, maybe two. This is a Singimoru cell phone strap. So it's like a little silicone band that you run through your cell phone case. So it unhooks, it opens up like this, and so you just like take your case off and run this through the hole for the microphone and the hole for the camera, and then you clip it back together. And when I got this phone, which is like 2 years ago now, it was just like, it's a little bit too big for me to comfortably and confidently hold in my hand. So if I just have this little strap that I can slip my fingers through, it just gives me like a little bit more stability to hold the phone. And it works great. It doesn't like get in the way. I can still do my wireless charging even with this and the case. It works fine. It lays almost completely flat, you know, on a table. So I really like this, and it is also removable, replaceable. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think this actually is a replacement one, because the one that I had originally gotten after a year did break actually. It sort of like wore through. There was like a little piece like on the crease where it was sort of wearing through, and it eventually broke. So I did replace it, but I mean, now this second one's going on almost a year. So maybe actually, now that I'm seeing this, I'm like, maybe I should just replace this preemptively before it breaks on me. But I think, you know, getting a year out of these, I think is pretty good. All right, and I think this is our final item. This is from the brand CC, and it's a ponytail hat. I actually have another one of these that you probably saw in one of these previous videos, which is like a, you know, lighter straw color with a black band, but this is the black straw with the black band, which I had wanted originally, but I don't think they had it in stock, and so I got the regular straw colored one. But sometimes you just want a classy black hat, and actually it's kind of funny because I wear this one and the other one. They're like my favorite two sun hats, so I wear it pretty frequently when I'm outdoors. And I shared a picture recently of wearing it. Oh, I wore it the day that we went to Longwood Gardens, so you can check out that video. But somebody asked me like, oh, where did you get that classy hat, or you look so elegant in that hat? And I'm like, it's just my regular sun hat. But I love that it has this hole to give you the flexibility. If you do want to wear your hair up, you can stick it out the hole, either a ponytail or a bun, and actually keep it off your neck, which is really nice and convenient. So that was all my Amazon purchases from the first half of 2022. If you enjoyed watching those, give me a thumbs up, or if you just enjoyed seeing Peter's tummy over here, you can give him a thumbs up, and if you hated it, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. If you liked any of these products or you've used any of them, leave me a comment, because I would love to hear your thoughts on all of them. And if you have any recommendations for me based on what you have seen so far, things that you think I would enjoy, send me a link to that too, because I'm always just taking Amazon recommendations. I love watching people's Amazon reviews. So stay tuned probably later this year for the second half of 2022, and I will see you next time. Bye!